guys, Steve Girardi here. Welcome to Steve Strings. Today I have for you a review of a soprano ukulele. In this case, it is an Hola soprano ukulele. Let's open this up and get to it. This ukulele is currently available on Amazon. I believe I'll put the comments or the link to it rather below, so if you want to, you can check it out on Amazon. But I came across this recently, and to be quite frank, I was quite pleasantly surprised with what I found. At first, when I got this, I thought, oh, this is going to be sort of a low-end ukulele, nothing special. And I'll talk about some of that and why I thought that. If you look here at the bridge of this, the bridge is an almost identical shape of a Leolani ukulele that I have here and I've looked at before. And that's kind of a lower end, sort of a laminate one. So I was thinking maybe this would be similar. This particular one, the nomenclature for this is the, what is it, the HM21 PP. 21 apparently is the length of it. HM is Hola Music, and the PP stands for purple. Because this particular one is purple, but these come in several different colors. And you can see that in their Amazon link. But let me go ahead and review this. Again, first of all, this is an Hola ukulele, and you can see here it has what appears to be an inlay, like a sort of a mother of pearl Hola inlay. At first I thought that was a sticker, but no, I said no, that's actually an inlay, and it's really quite nicely done, which I was glad to see. The tuning pegs in here are just sort of a generic tuning peg, nothing fancy there. One thing I do like is the head shape is not the traditional crown shape. I kind of like that that's a little bit different, a little bit sort of wasted here. The profile of the neck is a very typical traditional sort of Chinese made sort of a C shape at the neck, but it is certainly well shaped. There's no signs or indications that it has not been shaped or sanded well. The fretboards on this are walnut. Both the fretboard is walnut, and so is the bridge. The saddles here, I think they're plastic. Again, I'll need to double check in the nomenclature to see if those are plastic or if those are ox bone or something. One thing I saw in the description of this, which I was not expecting, is that this is not made of the typical basswood of many of the cheaper ukuleles I've seen, but this is made of maple, and I was quite pleased to see that. It is a laminate, but still, it's maple. When I look inside this, I'm not sure how well you can see that, but it does have kerfing in there, but it's not the typical notched kerfing. It's just a band of kerfing that goes around the bottom, like I've seen on some Lanikai models. One thing is the supporting sort of beams in there. They are not sort of tucked underneath of that kerfing. And so down the road, there's always a possibility of those kind of coming loose. But overall, the build quality looks nice. As you can see, this is a gloss finish all the way around. From looking at it, I was looking to see if there's any signs of pooling, of finish, or problems like that. And from looking all over, I could not find any indications of pooling or really any mishaps of the finish. So the finish was nicely done. Another thing which really sets us above the typical kind of low-end ukulele is that it has this binding here. This is not painted on binding, that's proper binding that's inlaid on both the face and the back, or I should say the sides, to indicate with the face and the back. And that was a pleasant surprise. The rosette here is just a decal, nothing fancy there. So I strung this up, or tuned it up rather, I should say. And again, the frets were clean and sharp. I'm sorry, they were clean with no sharpness in the sides, so they're well finished. When I look at the action here, I'll try to share that with you. You may see that the action here is actually pretty low. I mean, not super low, but certainly very, very playable. You know, some people like their action higher or lower, and this could be probably lowered a little bit if that was more to your liking. But for me, this is quite playable as it is. Again, I was very pleasantly surprised when I went and actually played it. So let me go ahead and just let you hear this. Again, this is tuned GCEA. And you can see this has some nice resonance. This has better resonance than either this Firebrand I have, which has a terrible resonance, or a Leolani, which has some decent resonance. I've also played some Macala, Soprano ukuleles, and I would say that this is louder and brighter than the Macalas that I've played. Not the shark ones, but just the MKS, I think they're called. Yeah, so I was very, very pleasantly surprised to find that out. So let me go ahead and play some chord progressions and some finger picking so you get to see kind of what this sounds like. And I should say, pardon me, I'm not a big soprano fan really. I find them a little crowded for my taste. I really prefer the baritones or the tenors. So I'll see what I can do with this kind of scale. Anyway, this is the Hola HM21 PP, which is the purple version, but only the HM21 is going to be this kind of instrument, just coming in different colors. As I recall, I think they were something like $38 or whatever. I can put that in the nomenclature below. But I was very pleasantly surprised about this. The purple color, it's more like a grape kind of a color. It's not really over the top, almost like a burgundy. So actually the color, this particular one is really kind of quite nice. I like it. So if you're looking for a soprano that's relatively inexpensive, that has some decent punch, that's not made of a cheap basswood or something, I would say that this is one definitely to consider. And I should say that that kind of surprised me when I first picked this up. So if you've interacted with Holas before, please leave me some comments down below. I'd like to hear what your experience has been, because again, this is the only model of this that I've seen, and I've been positively impressed by this. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. If you like these kinds of videos, please subscribe. On this channel, I'll be doing unboxings, reviews of instruments. I'll also be showing different types of builds that I make of cigar box ukuleles and cigar box guitars and the like. But either way, thanks for watching.